Hi everyone, and welcome to the 11th week. And today is November the 3rd, and it is election day in the United States. So by the time you watch this, we may know the results. So let's see what happens. Anyway, this is the painting class, and I'm really glad that you're all still producing great work, writing essays, and also I sent this thing to you by mail. If you haven't received it, it either is going to come in a form like this, which will be this kind of envelope, or this one with art, this paper. So you'll either get one of those. It's got a stamp on it, and you draw on one side here or here. Make sure that you write your name on it so that I know who's done the work. And then you put it in a letterbox and post it back to me. This is mail art, and after it's finished I'm going to put all the ones I get up on the wall. I'm going to film it and let you all see what your other classmates have been doing for the last weeks. There's a helicopter going overhead. Oh boy, it's a big army thing. Can't compete with that. Anyway, I'll put them on the wall and film it, and then you can see what's been going on, and that would be a kind of nice thing for the finals. So you've got a few weeks to get that done. Inside the envelope is a piece of paper which has got the instructions written on this side, and I don't want to just make it like I'm, teaching somebody who's like a machine. I want to exercise the principles of higher education, which is to allow people to learn how to think for themselves, not to program them how to think, not to tell them how to think, and not just to give it like a recipe, 1, 2, 3, but give the ingredients so somebody can do their own work, learn how to use their own thinking process, and learn how to evolve autonomously. Autonomously means by yourself. That is the purpose of higher education, to allow you to learn how to use a higher consciousness. It's not just like primary school or middle school learning. It's a learning where you're learning how to be yourself. And that's very important. So read the instructions, make of it what you will, and then send the results back to me here. It's got my address on it. Just put it in a letterbox. That's all you have to do. I've paid for everything. Postage stamps, you have them all. Put this away. So I'm outside on this balcony today. You'll notice I have been in the coronavirus kind of quarantine scene, and trying to make this more habitable up here so I could maybe use it for painting. There's I'm kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do with it really, but I'm working on it, so that's why I'm outside today. And it gives me a bit more space to kind of show you things. So after you do that little drawing and you've got the information about the Frida Kahlo, and if any of you are having any problems getting links on the YouTubes or from my emails, just personal message me. I mean, you all have my phone number and you all have my email. Just personal message me and I will send the information to you individually, okay? It's a bit windy here, so this is shaking a bit, so bear. It's not me that's shaking, it's the camera. So just personal message me and I will send you exactly what I was asking everyone to look at. That's for any of you who are confused. So after we do that, also in the finals, which will be next month, you're going to have your attendance, you're going to have your self-portrait, you're going to have this little postcard art, the mail art project, and the second painting, which is going to be on the larger canvas. That's going to be the canvas you have, which is about this size. Remember? It's about 20 inches by 30 inches. That's the back of it. So you're going to work on that. And that subject can be whatever you choose, you know? Don't just copy a cartoon though from a anime or something like that and expect to get a great, fantastic grade. I'd like to see something that comes out of you, you know, so if you're going to do that, make the anime do something original, you know, out of you. That's important. You can play, we're getting a whole tribe of helicopters over. So that's what you're going to be doing, and you can see it's a tricky process. That was earlier on in the semester. Remember, I started doing that girl, and I couldn't get to grips with it. You know, I was trying it from a photograph I'd taken, but I couldn't. I needed to see her, and of course, no one can really travel around and visit. So that was out of the question. So that, who knows? Maybe it'll be worked on again. But right now, all it does is make a noise. So that's that, forget about it. Here's one thing that I started and finished a little while ago, you know, and at the beginning of a painting, this is just to show you what it starts like. I did the drawing and everything on this piece of wood, and I used Sharpie. The Sharpie, I put the red over it, and the reason I used the Sharpie was because the Sharpie will show through the paint, so I won't lose my drawing of this rooster. So by keeping the drawing, I was always able to see what I was doing and to work out my process. That's one thing, you know, there's so many things in art to learn. It's like opening up a Pandora's box that never ends with tons and tons of stuff. So you get a very basic, easy beginner's session with me in these weeks, but you know, really it's just the tiniest tip of the iceberg. So with this Sharpie, drawing on top of it, paint shows through, so I'm not losing the drawing and not being able to see what I'm trying to paint. And then I work up on top of that. See, it really is windy. I work up on top of that, and after a few weeks, eventually that is what comes on top of it. And you can see that I like to go very close with what I'm doing and look at it you can see it never stops looking really good no matter how close you get. That's my interest. I like doing these claws. So that was that. And I've started work on this just now, which I'm going to start in acrylics. You can see how it's going. It's just really muffing it in at the beginning. You know, start loose, finish tight. So this will be this bridge and tunnel, and slowly kind of coming together bit by bit by bit, evolving. So that I will show you. So the second painting can be anything you like. Here's a boxer that I did from a gym that's a boxing gymnasium that's up in the Bronx. So I did a few of these characters who were pretty tough looking, but they were okay, you know, as long as they know that you're a good artist. It's remarkable how you can break the ice. That's what I did when I worked as an art teacher in a prison. If they think that you're some sort of bullshitter who's just there like a do-gooder, they really give you a hellish time. But if they know that you're a good artist and you're a straightforward guy, it's remarkable how it breaks the ice and you can get on with hardened criminals and they'll do work for you, you know, because there's a respect, you know. So this guy, he probably, I think he was from Ukraine or somewhere like that. You know. So that's the basics, you know, you've got it for this week. We're going to look at the second painting. It can be anything you like, you know, you can send me the drawings by email and text, illustrating what you're planning to do. And of course, you know, I will make suggestions. Remember that, you know, this sort of thing would be too complicated to do in the time that you've got left. So, you know, don't make it too complicated, but on the other hand, don't make it too simple. You know, you want a sort of thing that shows that you've learned something, that the last 7-10 weeks have been a learning process, and that you've managed to develop some techniques and that you can go on and do things. So first and foremost, I want to get the essays in on the Frida Kahlo. I've already got some beautiful essays that have been sent to me. 300 to 400 words. Frida Kahlo is the Mexican artist, and she was a really very profound artist. And you can email those to me, and I print them out, and then I will give you my comments. So send those to me. Send in the postcard when you can get it done. No rush, as long as I get it, you know, around the beginning of December. And finally start work on the second painting, and let me see what you can do. Now the second painting, if you're still lost, it's in the syllabus that I sent to all of you at the beginning of the semester. That describes what you can do with it. It can be anything you like. You can work from a photograph of your pet dog or your old grandmother or something, you know, or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. If you want to do that, you can do that. You know, there's somebody who's going to do one of his heroes from the gaming world, you know, so we'll see how that comes out. And you know, you can Google around and find an image, or you can work from real life, you know, just set something up on your table and create a still life. That a still life just means inanimate objects, you know, they're not moving, and you just paint those. So, you know, you've got your choices, and if you're confused, personal message me, email or text, and I will try to make it less confusing. So that's it. So we're on the 3rd of November now, and start to send in things to me by the 11th of November. And also remember, it's important that you text or email me your name every week for attendance, even if you've not managed to do anything. I know this is a difficult time for many of you, and that you're overwhelmed, or that someone's become ill, or all sorts of things are happening to people. And just explain to me what's going on. I'm very understanding, and I will make space to accommodate you in this particular time. So as long as you communicate with me, it's those people that never communicate with me and never let me know what's going on, that's a difficult problem, because you just have no way of knowing what's happening. So communicate, let me know how you are, let me know what's happening, and basically that's it. We will continue, and I will continue to show you things and inspire you over the next few weeks about the second painting. Okay, over and out for now. I wish you all the very best, and from Ian Scott here on his Brooklyn balcony, which he's trying to make nice, but you can see it's a bit of a mess. Over and out. Bye everyone. Bye.